Included in what we have for you today, how is our economy doing? What are we going to do about Haiti? The loss of Delano Franklyn and laughter, the menace. Good day. Thank you for joining me for the 58th episode of the Frankly Speaking Jamaica podcast. Please like and share, and if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Now, the Frankly Speaking, the commentary. Jamaica's economic recovery over the last decade has been described by the Financial Times of London as near to a miracle as you'll ever see. Robin Wigglesworth used the recent IMF review as the basis for his article, which was solid on hard points and very flattering to the Jamaican authorities. The article, in one of the world's most respected and credible newspapers, is headlined, "Jamaica is doing great. Thanks." The writer argues that Jamaica has done well and, based on the IMF's review, has received as close to a standing ovation as that multinational agency would give, he says. He looked at where we were in a state of near financial collapse and then structures built by the authorities that led to a revival. Then came the shocks of COVID, as well as more recently, those from the Russian war with Ukraine. There's no need for me to rehash the article here or to pretend to be able to lecture on economics. Yet, we know that from all the data, including what he looked at, the primary surplus, the declining debt to GDP ratio, better current accounts, numbers, the stability of the dollar, the uptick in economic growth for last year, and the latest record unemployment data, Jamaica is in a good place. But Jamaicans have taken a shellacking in the process. We all know people on their knees economically, or so many living on the edge on the minimum wage. Young people still hustling every day, barely able to hope or cope. I have come into last week a particularly harsh example. No, the truth is, on the North Coast, for example, the resurgent tourism industry, the opening of additional hotel rooms in the last 6 months, have meant huge labor shortage in that industry. Almost anyone with basic qualifications can get a job in hotels or related businesses, like food stores and restaurants. Yet, I'm no young man who has gone on to 4 job fairs in the industry, has written many resumes and taken them out, and he's despairing he hasn't been able to land a job. His mother, a housekeeper, hasn't worked in months either. Yes, even in advanced societies, you may find situations like those, but the truth is they're too common, still too common here. Now, speaking of other societies, there has been no advance on Haiti. I expressed a view in the previous podcast that I hope to see a multinational force go to Haiti and restore order, upon which some kind of economic footing can be built to bring the society out of its hellhole of misery and long suffering. The huge problems in Haiti have not gone away, nor has the grip of the gangs. That story has just been placed in the shadows of the world news by big issues across Latin America, the Middle East, now Turkey, and Syria. The responses I've got to the suggestion that Jamaica could be part of a regional multinational force in Haiti have been negative. One, you told me that sending troops will be sacrificing Jamaican soldiers. Others argue that we must mind our own damn business and that we have enough issues to keep our heads out of Haiti's problems. I understand, but I cannot accept the isolationist position. If we don't, who will? If not now, when? And that's not rhetorical flourish. Compare how the world is dealing with the earthquake tragedy in Turkey and Syria, and how, first, in the case of Haiti and its earthquake in 2010, first there was a shrug of the shoulders and then abandonment in response to that quake that killed up to 200,000 Haitians. That earthquake in Haiti in 2010 injured more than 500,000 people and left 1.5 million homeless. And Haiti at the time was already in ruins. If not us, who? If not now, when? Here now is Desmond Richards.
Most Jamaicans will agree that this year must be a year that we are going to reduce the murder rate significantly. So far, the security forces must be commended. The number of murders for the month of January is significantly down when compared to January last year. Very good move. And this was achieved without any state of emergency. We must also commend them for the seizure of illegal guns. Nearly 100 guns have been seized since the start of the year at the Montego Bay ports, plus thousands of rounds of ammunition. And the drug fines, the hefty drug fines, which started last December, continues. They must be commended for that. But if we are to sustain what has been started, there are some things, there are some action, further action, which the state must take. One, the force needs equipment. As we speak, there are a number of police stations across the country without motor vehicles. Policemen are still having problems getting equipment, vest, uniforms, boots. They are still having those problems. The state must move to address those. The numbers are also very important. The security minister, Dr. Horace Chang, told us that he intends to move the number of policemen this year up to 15,000. Let us see if that is going to happen. Then we also know that the salary situation is precarious. I know that some marginal improvements were made to the Police Federation during their recent talks with the Ministry of Finance, and they are due to meet this week. Let us hope that the government will see necessary to improve the salaries of policemen and women. So, sustainability. We have to sustain what has been accomplished so far this year. And the government must move to address the equipment situation, accommodation. Yes, they have done some work improving the police accommodation, but there is still a lot to be done. So let us hope that these actions are sustained. What has been achieved so far, we continue to improve on that, because we must end this year below 1,000 murders. Let us work to achieve.
Rebel Radio Jamaica on the internet. And now our guest presenter today, Winnie Anderson Brown, educator and wellness facilitator.
So we have all heard that laughter is the best medicine. Today I want to dispel 3 myths about laughter. 1, we laugh because we're happy. We do not laugh because we're happy. We're happy because we laugh. Number 2, we need a reason to laugh. We don't need a reason to laugh. We can go ahead and just laugh. Number 3, we need a sense of humor to laugh. So these three myths can prevent us from getting as much laughter as we need in our lives. So now that you know you don't need a reason to laugh, laughter is not about happiness. We do not laugh because we're happy. We're happy because we laugh. And we don't need a sense of humor. What's holding us? Let us get some laughter in. So, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and just laugh. Take your laughter medicine, whether it's morning, noon, or not. Just laugh responsibly. And I invite you to share your laughter experience in the chat.
That's Winnie Anderson Brown. Endgame. Condolences to the family and friends of Delano Franklyn, a 40th man to the last cell in his body. He never forgot the blossoming at Jamaica, his later student leadership before he turned to law. He was a creative thinker, a man who loved Jamaica dearly, a patriot. I knew him as a true friend. I had the privilege of sharing some of his time and thoughts, especially on some memorable sessions years ago on Friday evenings when a group of media people invited figures of influence and power to off-the-record gatherings at Lano's house in St. Andrew. He was close to media and helped at least one I know of. Rest in peace, Lano. Thank you for joining me again this week. And thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to this podcast. On behalf of Desmond Richards, Winnie Anderson Brown, I'm Franklin McKnight. Until then.